This is my homework for the AI for Everyone class, lesson number 13, being taught by Paul McWhorter. The object of this homework is to be able to show two different objects in your mask frame so that we could consider tracking them using artificial intelligence. So all of my lessons start out using Paul's basic template. In this one we import CV2 and NumPy. In the terminal we'll print the CV2 version just so everybody's happy and we know we're all on the same page. I begin by setting variables hue, sat, and val and define them as equal to 0. In my case, I wanted to create a mouse click event that would let me actually click on an object and read out the hue, saturation, and value for that particular object. So in this mouse click function, if we have an event left button down, I go ahead and use the terminal and print out what the left button down event was and its actual X position and Y position of where the cursor was. Then I create a color variable and set it to be equal to CV2's convert color of the frame to BGR to HSV, because we want the HSV colors and OpenCV defaults to blue, green, red colors. And then I print the color at the Y position, which would be the row, and the X position, which would be the column. And that gives me the actual HSV colors, although it creates an array. And I'd like to extract those hue, sat, and val values to these variables. So I get, first of all, the color in the row and column, which of 0, and same for saturation, which would be in location 1, and then the val, which is the third one. And I could have put this to search in 2, but if you set it to -1, teaching moment here, searching arrays setting it at -1 always takes you to the end of the array. So then I define track bars, and in my case I have hue low, hue high, hue low 2, and hue high 2. Then I have sat low, sat high, sat 2, and sat high 2. Val low and val high, val low 2, and val high 2. I set my camera width to 650. That's the window I want to see, using Paul's basic template again. I create a named window for my tracker, and I resize it and move it. Then I create a window for my tracker 2. I size it and then move it, because I want it to work in my object 1 and object 2 in different frames. That I noticed that for myself I kept messing around. I also wanted to have 12 track bars for hue high, hue low, sat high, sat low, and val high and val low for each object. So I create the track bars and give them basic positions for the sliders, and then I create the upper and lower bound for each of the arrays that we're going to be using. My mask 2 and my mask are created using these upper and lower bounds. and then I create my object frame using my mask, my object small, which is a smaller frame from my object. I show my object and my object small, and I resize my object and my mask small. And then I show it and move it, and so I've got it set up to finish once we're through with the loop, to search for a cue to break. I always like Paul's, he taught us about CV2 dot destroy all windows, but as I got to reading and researching, that's a good practice just to make sure all of the memory and everything is released and everything's gone back, so that we can call a new program that uses the camera. Print all windows destroyed and release the camera. So I'm going to start this and then move this out of the way so that we can see it. And over here in the terminal, you'll be able to see exactly what I print. Let's go ahead and I'll set that over here. And so, as you see, I'm going to drop that, and if I click on my shirt, I get a location of where the click happened. It was left button down, which is an N1. The color, if you took all three in the array, would be hue, saturation, value. So I separate out the hue is, the saturation is, and the val is. So I have a couple of objects here, and I'm going to click on it, and I see that the hue is 30. So between 20 and about 40 is a good place to start. We see the saturation is 144, so I can probably crank that up to 130 or so, and see if I can bring it down and still see it. And then click again to see that the val is 231. So if I bring everything up, well, sure enough, there is my, I'm going to bring that val up just a bit, because right now it's still showing over here, but I'm going to bring up a new object. I'm going to click on it and see that the hue is 1. So I'm going to lower that hue, and the value, or the saturation, is 190. So I'm going to crank this up a bit, 177, and see if I can still see it by bringing down the saturation that far. Now the value here is 174, so if I bring the value up, and that just about gets rid of the bright light on my ear over here. So I'm going to bring the other object in. We're tracking yellow, and we're tracking red. I will post a link to Paul's lesson on this. I will also post a link to where you can download my code so that you'll be able to see how it works and make any modifications you'd like. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.